Here's a very cute, tiny book, fits in the palm of your hand. I can't be there, so I would love to still read. Jack and the Beanstalk, illustrated by Lorena Alvarez, and retold by Anna Milborn. Jack and his mother were so poor, they never had enough to eat, and one morning they had nothing left at all. "You'll have to take the cow to the market and sell her," Jack's mother said. On the way, Jack met a strange little man. "I'll give you these for your cow," said the little man, holding out 5 wrinkly dried beans. "I need money, not beans," said Jack. "Ah, but these are magic beans," said the little man. "If you plant them, they'll grow into a beanstalk, so tall it touches the sky." "Amazing," said Jack. He gave his cow to the little man and took the beans and ran off home. But when he got home, he was in trouble, big trouble. "What have you done?" "Jack, we need money, not beans," cried his mother, and she threw the beans out the window. Poor Jack went to bed hungrier and gloomier than ever. What were they to do? In the morning, even his room seemed gloomy. His room seemed gloomy? Just a minute. Outside his window was a giant beanstalk, so tall it touched the sky. The little man was right, thought Jack. He scrambled onto the beanstalk and climbed up and up and up. And there at the top, he found a giant castle with a giant in front of it. Jack gulped, and then his tummy rumbled. "Excuse me," he called out. "Please, could you spare some breakfast?" The giant picked him up. "My husband munches and crunches little people like you," she said. "I'll give you breakfast, but you better be gone before my husband gets home." She whisked Jack inside and set him down next to an enormous, crusty loaf. Breakfast had never tasted so good. But then stomp, stomp, stomp. "Quickly, hide in here," the giant stuffed Jack into a pot just as her husband strode into the kitchen. "Fee, fi, fo, fum, I smell the blood of an Englishman. Be he alive or be he dead, I'll grind his bones to make my bread." "Where is he?" demanded the giant's husband. "You're imagining things," she replied. "Eat up your breakfast while I bring you your hen." She returned with the hen and put it on the table. "Lay," commanded the giant. Clink, the bird laid a gleaming golden egg. With a grunt, the giant closed his eyes and began to snore. His wife lifted Jack out of the pot. "Run for your life," she whispered, but Jack had his eyes on the hen. He grabbed the hen and fled out the door. The bird let out a squawk, which woke the giant, who saw Jack and let out a furious roar. Jack dived out the door and onto the beanstalk, with the giant hot on his heels. Jack scrambled down the beanstalk as fast as his legs would carry him. "What's going on?" shrieked his mother from below. "Is that a giant?" "Just bring the axes," Jack cried. Jack and his mother chopped and chopped at the beanstalk. It creaked and it wobbled. Then it toppled over sideways. The giant was flung far over the hills. They never saw him again. As for Jack and his mother, they lived happily ever after. And each morning the hen laid a golden egg. So they grew rich, and Jack never climbed a beanstalk again. About the story, Jack and the Beanstalk is an English fairy tale. The oldest known written version dates from 1807, but the story was around longer before that. The cry fee, fi, fo, fum also appears in William Shakespeare's play King Lear.